dramatically reduces redness.
In 1 minute.
And look at the difference.
My eyes look brighter and whiter.
For up to 8 hours.
Limify really works.
See for yourself.
That happens a lot, but SafeLight could have helped.
So don't let that little chip spoil your trip.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Tomorrow on ET, one-on-one with Jenny Garth, remembering her 90210 co-star Shannon Doherty. Plus, we're with the Marvel stars taking over Comic-Con.
It's a team effort.
Hey, and don't forget, the Colony Hotel is the place to be and stay. Head to the Palm Beach.
Happening now.
A lot of emotion in Uvalde today as families of victims of Robb Elementary facing one of the officers charged for a lack of response in court today. What happened? Coming up.
And her run for president takes her to Houston. Vice President Kamala Harris talking to teachers today. What she's asking them for next.
The updated drought monitor is in. I'll have a comparison for you and talk about the improvements, along with when this wet weather pattern dries up and heats up. News at 5 starts right now.
First at 5, emotional and angry. That's how Uvalde victims' families say they felt seeing an officer charged in the Robb Elementary shooting make his first court appearance.
Former Uvalde CISD officer Adrian Gonzalez faces several felony charges. The other officer, former Uvalde CISD Chief Pete Arredondo, waived his appearance. As Erica Hernandez reports, the Uvalde County District Attorney also missed today's hearing.
Former Uvalde CISD officer Adrian Gonzalez walked into the Uvalde County Courthouse today, appearing calm. Alongside him, his two attorneys, former Bexar County District Attorney Nicola Hood and Jason Goss. Inside the courtroom, family members of the victims and survivors stared at Gonzalez, who they say never even looked at them.
I'm angry because he walks in with his head held high like he didn't do anything wrong. And the problem is that if you take away wrong in that last statement, you're correct, he didn't do anything.
Gonzalez was charged with 29 counts of abandoning and endangering a child, while former UCISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo was indicted on 10 counts of the same charge. Both men have now pleaded not guilty to the charges.
He feels he's innocent. He feels all he did was show up to try to help those children. I mean, look, there is justifiable righteous anger in this situation. I mean, our position is, should that anger be directed to Mr. Gonzalez? Our humble opinion is that it should not.
Moving forward, the defense awaits for all evidence to be turned over. Then there will be pre-trial hearings, motion hearings, all of it which takes some time before actually getting to a trial. Time that adds more stress to the families.
It's going to be a long time because they want people to move on and forget and everything. But the problem with that is my son is gone. You will never have me forget. So I will be here. And if they change venues, then I will be there. I will be here. They will see my face to the very end, and they will see his face.
Arredondo not the only one not present today. Uvalde County DA Christina Mitchell also not present. She has hired a special prosecutor for this case, Bill Turner, who is a former DA from Brazos County. Now, Gonzalez's next hearing is scheduled for September 16. In Uvalde, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
It's business as usual at Delia's Tamales out on Houseman Pass. Just 1 day ago, the FBI raided the restaurant. We first told you about the raid yesterday at 5. KSAT confirmed with the FBI that 2 other Delias in Farr and McAllen were also part of that investigation. A spokeswoman didn't say what the investigation is about. News outlets in the Valley are reporting the company that owns Delia's and Delgar Foods is facing a federal wage lawsuit. Former employees, many whom were undocumented, they claim that they were forced to work long hours without pay. We'll let you know of any new details as they become available.
It's an unusual sight. New at 5, take a look at this. What you're looking at is a city waste truck that's actually in a ravine off 281 in Wurzbach Parkway. SAPD trying to find out how it ended up there. Happened earlier this afternoon. Police blocked off several lanes along the access road to Wurzbach as they handled the incident. Again, it's Wurzbach Parkway. Officers at the scene say the driver was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. This police department is investigating this case. Closing time at a local bar on the west side, a lot more dangerous after police say a customer opened fire on another customer as they were leaving. Happened at the Splash Bar and Grill on Nagalitos just after 2 a.m. Police say, according to witnesses, one of the bar's regular patrons got into an argument with a non-regular customer. During their exchange, witnesses say that non-regular patron went for a gun that was in his waistband and shot off 3 rounds just as the victim was walking out the door. By the time police arrived, the gunman and the victim were gone. Officers say right now they don't know if anyone got hit.
Another shooting about 2 hours earlier lands 3 suspects in jail. It happened around midnight at an apartment complex on South Zarzamora near Saravalo Street. San Antonio police say when they got there, they found 2 brothers in the breezeway. Both had gunshot wounds. Officers say after shots were fired, a vehicle with 3 suspects inside sped off. Police pulled it over and found a gun. All 3 suspects were booked for aggravated assault. A 70-year-old woman is run down by a driver and left in the middle of the street. SAPD officers say the victim was crossing Wurzbach Road not far from Fredericksburg Road around 1:30 this morning. Police say a car hit her and the driver did not stop. Instead, officers say they got onto Interstate 10. Now, the woman was taken to the hospital and her condition is unknown. So far, no arrests have been made.
Vice President Kamala Harris isn't wasting any time trying to gain support for her bid for president. The presumptive Democratic nominee in Houston today.
Yeah, and Harris is showing that she's not intimidated by the red state. Gage Golding with our sister station KPRC reports she's already picked up a big endorsement.
Today, we face a choice between 2 very different visions for our nation.
On Thursday morning, Vice President Kamala Harris giving voters 2 options in an already historic election.
One focused on the future and the other focused on the past. And we are fighting for the future.
Not even a week into her own campaign, the vice president and presumptive Democratic nominee on the offense against Donald Trump while deep in a historically red state.
And you, I'm sure, have seen their agenda. Project 2025. Randy, can you believe they put that thing in writing? Donald Trump and his extreme allies want to take our nation back to failed trickle-down economic policies.
Harris has secured a strong Democratic backing ahead of next month's convention in Chicago. That includes 1.8 million members of the American Federation of Teachers she spoke to today.
And I thank you also for your support over the years and for being the first union to endorse me this week.
In Houston, Gage Golding, KSAT 12 News.
Well, if you drive a BMW SUV, listen up. Over 290,000 BMW SUVs are being recalled because BMW says the interior cargo rail could come off in a crash. The recall includes model year 2018 to 2023 BMW X3s. The company says the attachment for the interior cargo rail could get damaged in a rear-end crash. They say that could cause it to come off, increasing your risk of getting hurt. So if your car is affected by the recall, the company says that you're going to get a letter at the end of August. BMW dealers will fix the issue at no cost.
A 50-year Southwest Airlines tradition is ending. Southwest Airlines will soon have assigned seats for the first time in company history. And if that's not enough, it's also not the only change. The airlines will also start charging for premium seats that offer more legroom. Southwest expects the change to broaden its appeal. The company says 80% of its customers and 86% of potential customers prefer assigned seating. Southwest also announcing it will start offering overnight red-eye flights for the first time. No specific details just yet on when these changes will go into effect, but the premium seats will not be available until 2025. Southwest trying to regain its footing after struggling in recent years. So we want to know what you think about all this. Voting, super easy. Just scan the QR code on your screen with your phone. Southwest has certainly received people's attention today. Are you likely to fly Southwest with assigned seating? Are you more likely? You can cast your vote right now by scanning the QR code or going to ksat.com/poll. We've received more than 300 comments on our Facebook page about the changes, and you can see right now 70% of people who voted so far say no, assigned seating doesn't make them more likely to fly Southwest.
I know there's a lot of people not happy about that one.
No.
All right, well, summertime is winding down and the school bell is only a few weeks away from ringing. You're looking live from inside at Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park, where Malakoff International Group, they're hosting its 4th annual back to school giveaway event.
Yeah, it's scheduled to start in less than an hour. The location on Bandera, 1,000 backpacks will be given away to families. Take special note, this is on a first come, first serve basis. While supplies last, Parents, listen up. Your child must be present. And I want to clarify, this is actually outside of that trampoline park. We got a sneak peek at the supplies inside each backpack. You got a spiral notebook, erasers, pencils, crayons, rulers, folders, pens. The organizer of this event telling us he remembers himself what it was like not to have the supplies he needed growing up.
We started because growing up with a single mother in the neighborhood I grew up in, there was a lot of other kids that were struggling, same backpack 2, 3, 4 years in a row, and being able to give so they can have a fresh start for the school year is
This urban air trampoline and adventure park, again, located at 11791 Bandera Road, the giveaway from 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock this evening while supplies last. Parents, again, listen up. Your child must be present. Also get this, after the kids grab their backpacks, they can go and enjoy a little jump at the park or get a voucher to enjoy the park on another day.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
With back to school on your mind, we want to remind you that we're continuing our Educator of the Month nominations this upcoming school year. The first step to make a nomination, just scan that QR code on your screen to nominate your favorite educator for a chance to win. Each month, one special educator will be recognized for the work he or she does, and they'll get a $500 Visa gift card from First Mark Credit Union. And this isn't just for teachers. It could be a bus driver that's made a difference, or a custodian worker, or a cafeteria worker, just anyone who's making a difference at your school.
Certainly, educators deserve to be recognized, that's for sure. All right, let's go outside right now. We've got a traffic problem we want to show you. This is 281 at San Pedro. That's where the camera is. I believe we are looking northbound from there, and you see on the access road what looks like it is a vehicle that may be involved in an accident. You see the Hero truck out there. That's what's causing the problem on the access road. On 281 itself, which is on the left side of the picture, 281 north, can't really tell exactly what the backup causes. Maybe just slowing down to see what's happening on the access road, but looks like maybe a minor fender bender, might be a wrecker as well, trying to get over. So we'll continue to monitor the situation. 281 at San Pedro.
Yeah, Steve, I think that's the location of where the waste management truck went down.
Well, it's close to there.
I passed it earlier today.
I think it's close to there. Yeah, I wonder, so maybe that is where it went off.
I think they're still dealing with that. I went past it today. It's literally under Wurzbach Parkway.
Yeah.
And that's also a bridge, and so that's why it fell down so deep onto the trail, the Greenway Trail.
Makes total sense, because I saw the Bidders exit just beyond it, so yeah, that would be Wurzbach Parkway.
Yeah, so looks like they're still working on that.
Yeah.
Quite a to-do out there.
Maybe trying to figure out how to get it out of there.
I think that's a big thing. I saw 2 King Kong wreckers with their cranes, and they're putting, their supports out. It's a big undertaking. Those are heavy vehicles. All right, Authority radar. Actually, at least they don't have rain to. Well, they actually would be covered, so they'd be okay because they're under a bridge. Either way, you take a look at Authority radar over the past 3 hours. We had a few downpours out there, not a whole lot to speak of, but you look at where we've had the rain over the past 12 hours. Very streaky, and especially streaky east of San Antonio, where you see these green areas. That indicates 1 to 2 inches and at least a ½ inch of rain within these green areas in Bexar County, up near Timberwood Park and over toward Camp Bullis. That's where we have these accumulations of 1 to 2 inches from the downpours earlier today. Pretty quiet the rest of the evening. Temperatures in the 90s, 90 Floresville, 94 in Kerrville, 87 though Seguin, 89 Lavernia, and 89 in New Braunfels. Well, the new drought monitor is in. We're going to get to that and compare it to the last one and talk about the improvements in a bit.
We'll still ahead on KSAT News at 5. Lions, tigers, and flamingos, and a whole lot more are at the San Antonio Zoo. It's National Zookeepers Week, and we are introducing you to some of the people who keep the animals and the zoo itself looking so good next.
Here's a look at what we're working out for the news at 6. San Antonio police still hoping to put handcuffs on this pair, known as the High Five Robbers. A couple caught on camera celebrating after robbing a local senior in his own home. We're going to show you why the victim says he's thankful it was only money that he lost. All that and more today on the news at 6. The San Antonio Zoo is celebrating the unsung heroes of wildlife conservation, the dedicated animal care staff there. This week just so happens to be National Zookeeper Week.
Our Tiffany Cortez headed out there to show us some of the names and faces of the staff who play a vital role in caring for these animals.
Happy National Zookeeper Week. We're here with the dedicated staff at the San Antonio Zoo. I want to introduce you to some of my friends. We'll start with you. Can you tell us your first and last name and what role you play here at the zoo?
My name is Caitlin Smith. I work as the senior herpetologist in the herpetology department.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bath. I'm one of the animal care specialists in herpetology, so I also work with reptiles and amphibians.
My name is Nelson Marcucci. I'm the aquarium and life support manager here at San Antonio Zoo. And what I tell people is if it has water, we're responsible for it. If it moves water, we're responsible for it.
Hi, my name is Dominique Mendez. I am an animal care specialist in the aquarium department. I am mainly in charge of the archerfish, our fly river turtle, Carl. I also take care of our juvenile seahorses.
Tell us, what is your favorite part about working at the San Antonio Zoo?
I get a canvas with watercolors, completely safe. I put it on a canvas. I have the archerfish shoot at it. It creates little abstract art, but it's just a way to keep those fish engaged, use their natural talents that they use in the environment.
Happy National Zookeeper Week, everyone. And we also have our friend Kyle from the San Antonio Zoo with big news. Kyle, what do you have for us?
Yes, so because of the dedication from our zookeepers, especially here during National Zookeeper Week, we've been nominated as Best Zoo in the country. We are so excited for that, and what we need is the community support. We need your help voting for San Antonio Zoo as the best zoo in the country. Again, it's because of the amazing work that our zookeepers do, but vote every day on every device until July 31st. We're excited to hopefully bring that title home.
And we'll have that link on our website, KSAT.com. Reporting from the San Antonio Zoo, Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
We missed a job.
I know.
We were waiting for the introduction of the poop picker upper.
Yeah, the cleanup crew.
It's important.
Well, you can go do that.
By the way, I think you can vote on KSAT.com through the end of this month, I believe, if you want to vote for the San Antonio Zoo for the best zoo in the country.
If they do, I do my job.
You're still stuck on this cleanup crew thing, aren't you?
I am. I can't stop it. If our mics were only hot during the story, I was just waiting. Come on. Who's the one? Who's the one?
Right.
I mean, you see them at parades, behind the horses, walking and wheeling, and they get credit and they get applause.
Pooper scoopers.
Yeah, the pooper scoopers.
You can put the canyon on it. Or the
Oh, gosh, the canyon. Okay, let's get to weather right now. I'm going to change the subject. So the drought monitor, this is last week, and notice the red and orange area, especially hill country and westward. That's where we had the worst drought. Now, we have had improvements this week. That's the good thing. We've had improvements, especially south and east of San Antonio, and the red area near Del Rio has been erased, but I want to isolate just the severe and extreme drought part of south central Texas. That's where we need the rain most. And I also want to remind you, for the drought monitor, the data cutoff is 7 a.m. on Tuesday. This is a look at how much rain has fallen in that drought-stricken area since 7 a.m. Tuesday that was not accounted for in the most recent drought monitor. In turn, City of Medina, 3.44 inches. That's going to be taken into account in next Thursday's drought monitor. So, yes, we had improvements, but we anticipate even more improvements. And we have more opportunities for rain. 40% chance Friday and Saturday, up to 50% chance on Sunday. Here's our futurecast, and it does show a few little pop-up showers and downpours tomorrow. Mainly afternoon into the early evening, just widely separated. I want to talk about our overall pattern. We have this week disturbance that's been helping us stir up our atmosphere. However, it's flanked by upper level highs. The dry highs, the big blue H, they're going to merge together right overhead. And by Monday, we turn off this spigot and we don't have any more rain chances because of the dry high sitting overhead. Consequently, temperatures jump up, but we're not talking triple digits. Actually, the average high this time of year is 96, and we're going to be close to that. 20% chance by noon tomorrow, 40% chance into the afternoon and early evening. 89, right near 90 for the high temperature locally. 90 in Poteet, 87 Tarpley, New Braunfels tomorrow, about 88 for the high temperature. Through the weekend, highs in the mid to upper 80s. By next week, when we dry out and we have the sunshine, high temperatures back near average, about 96, 97. I want to leave you with a beautiful rain shaft from Kennedy earlier today. Coming up at 6, the aquifer and how it has responded lately.
All right, thank you, Adam. Let's go down to California. And we can officially say Cowboys camp is underway, Larry.
It is officially underway, yes, because the team practiced for the first time today, and the vibe out here was fantastic. The guys looked eager and ready to go. Jerry Jones also talked today, and he reflects on last season. And Stephen Jones, well, he has 3 big contracts on his mind coming up. The sound of football is back in Oxnard as we go camping with KSAT. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome live to Oxnard, California, and Dallas Cowboys training camp. From the opening presser this morning to the team's first practice as well. It's been a very busy day here at Dallas Cowboys training camp, and I'll tell you what, I'd be lying if I say I didn't enjoy it. So the Cowboys hit the field this morning at 11:20 local time. They went until about 12:45 p.m. It was more like an OTA session as they ramp up the pads next week. Jerry and Stephen Jones and Mike McCarthy held their opening presser this morning before practice. It was originally scheduled for yesterday, then moved to Saturday while Jerry was handling a court case. Since that case wrapped up earlier than expected, the team rescheduled the presser to today. Now, the 3 talked for 50 minutes, and one of the topics was about last season when the boys' run ended in the postseason again, short of the Super Bowl.
I'm more worried about ending the season than I am a fast start. When I look at our roster, when I look at where we are, when I look at the quality of our coaching, I will say that I like as much or better than any time how we're going to be hanging around the rim so that when we get to that game, we can come out of there with a different result.
Another topic was contracts. CeeDee Lamb is holding out for a new deal. Dak is in the final year of his current contract. And linebacker Micah Parsons, who's under contract through the 2025 season, is lining up for an extension. Stephen Jones says that's just part of the business side of the NFL.
If we had these 3 guys done, there'd be somebody else, I can assure you. They kind of wait in line and seeing when it's their turn. We have a quarterback who played at the top of his game last year, and then we got 2 players who can't leave here for 3 years. And both of them, rightfully so, believe they should be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Totally respect that.
Stephen said the boys are talking with CeeDee and Dak's people, and they're having great conversations. All right, so the Cowboys practice today. They'll go again tomorrow morning at 11:20 Cali time. And Saturday's the opening ceremony when this place will be absolutely packed with Dallas Cowboys fans. All right, QB1 Dak Prescott met with the media after practice today. We'll have it for you coming up at 6 as we continue to go camping with KSAT. Back to you in the studio.
Very busy day. Thank you, Larry.
All right, we'll be right back.
Check back at the Futurecast into tomorrow, and it does show some of these pop-up downpours here and there tomorrow afternoon into the early evening, widely separated in nature, and they could really pop up anywhere on the screen.
Well, thanks for watching the news at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.